My name is Kuechel. I'm from Yuma, Arizona, and I hunt predators.
Arizona has an open coyote season all year. You can hunt them day long in most areas of the state with no bag limit. This is due to the fact that we have a perfect environment for coyotes and predators to thrive in, and this yields high coyote numbers that are very predacious on big game animals. And so when I go out into the field, my goal is to knock down some of those numbers and manage these predators so that big game populations can flourish in the state. And it makes a big difference when you have proficient predator hunters going out into the field and being successful.
My rifle that I'm shooting is a Savage MSR-10 Hunter. It's chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. On top of my rifle, I have a Vortex PST Generation 2 3-15 first focal plane optic. And on the front end of my rifle, I've got a Rocksteady bipod. I think one of the most essential pieces of gear for predator hunting is having a good rest and stability so that you can be confident in every shot.
I grew up hunting Coues whitetail deer with my dad. That was my first experience in the field, and it was a grueling hunt. It was always 11 miles in, 11 miles out, and rarely were we successful chasing these small deer in the mountains of southern Arizona. I loved the time in the field with my dad, and I loved the time hunting, and I always wanted to extend my hunting season far beyond when deer season was over. So I started looking at things to hunt year-round. When I discovered predator hunting as a viable option, I was hooked immediately. Challenges that you face as a predator hunter are never-ending. You're dealing with Mother Nature, you're dealing with coyotes' mentality, you're dealing with territorial behaviors, and lots of things to overcome. So there's a lot of things that I think about when I'm going into a stand. The first being wind direction and where the sun is. I'm trying to always have the wind in my face with the sun at my back. Sometimes I'll give up the sun without giving up the wind, but the most important factor that I'm looking at when I'm going into a stand is playing the wind. Overcoming those challenges is just a matter of knowing your surroundings, doing your homework before you go into the field. The night before I go, I plan a hunt. I'll be on the computer for 2 or 3 hours trying to decide what area I'm going to go into to hunt and how I'm going to approach those stands. It's not easy. Every time I go out into the field, there's a challenge I have to overcome. And if it was easy, I think that the fun would die out real fast. And overcoming those difficulties is what keeps me going back out into the field time and time again. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made predator hunting was when my rifle was sighted in for 250 yards. Coyote came in so close, and I was so focused on the moment that I put the crosshairs right on the coyote. I shot right over the top of the coyote. I didn't think, hey, aim lower, that coyote's a lot closer. So that was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made as a predator hunter, and it's stuck with me ever since. And so now, dialing in my rifles is key. I've learned from my mistakes by messing up lots and lots of stands. You forget a bipod, or you just forget one crucial piece of gear that makes or breaks the stand. I have a kit. I carry it to the stand every time now. Rarely do I have a mistake that's gear related now. It's so ingrained into me because I've messed up in the past. I'm not done. I'm still learning, and that's why I keep hunting. I want to improve upon my skill set that I've created over the past few years predator hunting. And I want to put more numbers up. I want to be a better predator hunter. I want to perfect the art of predator hunting. My journey continues to this day, hunting predators in the pursuit of undiscovered country, sharing my passion with others, and taking people out into the field so that they can experience the rush of predator hunting that I first had when I started predator hunting. I still get the shakes every time I put down a coyote. I still get that rush when there's a coyote coming to the call that I got on my first stand. So that still sticks with me, and I take that to the field every day, and that's what I'm chasing every time I call in a coyote.